The governor thinks that by getting on the air in some last-minute pitch in CBS Radio in New York City, that we should just all follow his rules. Listen, what was offered up this morning isn't a debate. It's a theater production. And I don't think New Yorkers should be treated like props in his play. A debate is when two candidates come together for radio and television, when New Yorkers, voters, have an opportunity to participate, listen, watch, and learn, and then ultimately make a decision. That's not what he's offered. In fact, the man's calling in from some location outside of the area. That's not a debate.
So he was just going to call in?
Yeah.
Show up?
Yeah. Hold on one second.
Do you know what was the format offered? What was the format of the actual discussion?
Let me offer you that I've done this for a very long time. Getting on a radio show, like right now. I'll see you in an hour, Governor, let's debate. Is that a debate? That's what he offered. He said, show up tomorrow, I'll talk to you on the telephone. No, that's not a debate. And New Yorkers are being treated like they don't deserve or don't have any right to having two candidates come before them and answer questions. No, I'm sorry, that's not a debate. It is a fraud.
Did they describe any kind of format? Opening statements, questions?
No, it was show up tomorrow morning, and the governor said he'll call in. In fact, there wasn't. That is not a. Folks.
No, I'm just trying to. I want to clarify.
Because we thought he was just going to show up there at 8 a.m.
No,
you're saying it's a phone call.
He said he would call in. I don't, and that's there was no discussion about anything. He got on the air. He said, if you want to have us on tomorrow morning 8 o'clock, I'll be on tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. That isn't a debate. Not to mention, we saw during the Democratic primary what he thinks of the rest of the state. I mean, they had a debate on CBS television, by the way, organized, all specifications organized by the governor, and they talked about nothing of any importance to anybody outside of a few blocks in Manhattan, and that just isn't a debate for New Yorkers. So we've said yes to a debate. I've said yes to meeting one-on-one, to having an open forum. So that all New Yorkers can participate, all New Yorkers can listen, all New Yorkers can watch and learn, and that's something that we're ready to do.
You keep saying two candidates. Why is Larry Sharp excluded?
Well, there's 4 or 5 candidates,
but Larry Sharp's polling better than any libertarian. You drive around here, I'm sure you'll see a lot of Sharp signs. This is real strong Sharp territory. So my readers want to know why he's being excluded.
I don't have anything to do with his campaign, so I don't.
Would you?
We've already agreed. We've already agreed to debates that include all candidates. They need to include the governor too.
One of the things I wanted to ask you about last time Sharp was in town, he addressed the idea that he's a spoiler. He feels that he's attracting voters from across the spectrum, that he's got a lot of momentum, and he said, you're the spoiler. I wanted to get your response to that.
I'm not going to begin to start debating. I mean, listen, I don't know him. I've met him twice in my life. I venture to guess that most New Yorkers have just heard of him over the last couple of, probably last year. I don't know. I'm sure there are plenty of people who want to support a libertarian candidate, and they have every right to do that. I'm not going to second guess that.
Mark, what are you doing here today?
Eating candy.
Watching how it's made and taking some home to the wife and kids.
Yes, listen, we've been traveling the state talking in particular to small business owners who are overburdened by regulation and taxes. And today's another opportunity with my good friend Assemblyman Steve Hawley to meet yet one more small business owner.
What's the candy regulation you're worried about?
There's actually been a heavy burden placed on wrappers, and the candy wrappers. We would like to make that easier on business owners.
This is one of the oldest candy makers in New York State, 1927. They've been doing it. They have a place that they just opened here, and then one in Batavia. So it's a well-known candy maker in the state of New York.
Seriously, wrapper regulation?
No, come on. No. See, this is what happens when
Exactly. All right, we got to move over to the.
I'll offer. Listen, every small business knows that this state has an overburdensome regulatory regime. Even just the seismic increases in minimum wage over a short period of time has cost money. The fact that property taxes continue to rise is a burden on small business owners. So they get it, regardless of what they're producing. But listen, if you're going to visit a business, it should be sweet.
And the small businesses run this state of New York, under 50 employees, and that's what we got right here. This is Main Street, New York.
You planted about yesterday.
So this is just a crapshoot.
Yeah. So it's a guess. Oh, I like that.
Same one.
Oh, it might be raspberry. Looks like raspberry, yeah.
Delicious. How delicious.
That's right, you don't just want to waiting there. Well, you like peanut butter and
And these are Mary Mints, which are the same flavors except for the red, which is cinnamon.
They're better than breath.
They actually are better than breath.
How delicious.
This is Marc Molinaro. He's going to be here next month.